Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the video. Today we're going to be making a quarantine iftar, meaning we're going to be making foods that are available in your pantry day to day. For this, we are going to be needing basic spices like garlic powder, black pepper, salt, and oregano. Apart from that, we're going to be needing eggs, cheese, besan or gram flour, corn flour, breadcrumbs, bread. Okay, I'm using home breadcrumbs and store-bought breadcrumbs, but if you do not have store-bought breadcrumbs, you can just put bread in a cutter and in a chopper and make homemade. Okay, apart from that, we're gonna be needing rice flour, onions, coriander, green chilies, and if you have chips at home, you can just crush them and make a coating. Apart from that, we're gonna be needing potatoes and minced chicken. Okay. For this first recipe, we're going to be making breadsticks. For this, we will be needing 1 cup of boiled potatoes, which we will be mashing soon, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, I'm using homemade, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, half teaspoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. I'm gonna start by taking 1 potato and I'm going to be mashing this. Once these are mashed, I'm gonna be adding 1 cup of homemade breadcrumbs so that we can get that soft texture we want. Just gonna mix this. Okay. So when that's roughly mixed, I'm gonna add in 1 tablespoon of corn flour, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. That's 1 and 2. Okay, now that that's in, I'm gonna be adding half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of oregano. And I'm going to mix this all together until it's well combined. Now this is well mixed, I'm going to take some oil and just lightly put some on my hands so that the batter doesn't stick to our hands. Okay, now I'm just going to take some of this dough, shape it in my hands into this nice rectangular shape. Now that that's done, I'm just going to press this down. And using this knife, I'm going to cut the sides off. Yeah. Now that this is done, I'm going to do this with the rest of my mixture and I'll see when they're done. Chicken nuggets. Why risk your life and go buy them frozen when you can make them at home, and also because it's quarantine? For this, we will be needing 1 cup of minced chicken, half cup of breadcrumbs, half teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. For the coating, we are going to be needing breadcrumbs, flour, and egg. I'm using these orange breadcrumbs, but if you do not have them at home, you can take normal breadcrumbs and put food coloring or zardarang in it. I'm gonna start by taking 1 cup of my minced chicken out. Okay, so let's pour some of it. And then half cup of breadcrumbs. Half teaspoon of our garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm just gonna mix this. Now that this has come together as one, I'm gonna take some of this dough and I'm just going to keep it here and press it down. And I'm just going to cut the sides off. And just gonna put this aside. There you have it. Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm going to put this in flour, just dip it, then egg. I'm gonna use my other hand for egg. And then the orange breadcrumbs. I'm using one hand for wet and one hand for dry so that they don't stick. Okay, now I'm just gonna do this with the rest of my dough. And there you have it. Your chicken nugget ready to fry. Cheese sticks, food that all cheese lovers adore, and it's something that's also available in your pantry from day to day, and it's like keeping foods like potato in home. For this, we will be needing cheese, obviously, half cup of all-purpose flour, 2 eggs, and some breadcrumbs. What we're gonna do first is I'm gonna take less than half teaspoon of salt and just put it in here. And then less than half teaspoon of black pepper as well. Around that much. Okay. I forgot to tell you that these cheese, I have cut it into these strips and they're around 1/2 inch thick right now. Okay, and then I'm going to take half cup of all-purpose flour. So you fill it in there. Okay, and approximately done. I'm going to put it into this and give this a good mix. Until it is well combined. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to be coating our cheese. I'm gonna put this flour away, and this one's gonna take its position. Okay, I'm gonna take the cheese, dip it in the flour, into the egg, back to the flour, back to the egg. I'm using 2 hands for this so that they don't get mixed up. And then to the breadcrumbs. And you just want to cover it. Okay, if that's done, I'm gonna keep this back. And it's done. And now I'm just gonna do this with the rest of my sticks and I'll see you when they're done. Donuts. Ooh, how we love donuts. But what about with a twist? What about potato donuts? Today we're going to be making potato donuts. For this, we are going to be needing 1 cup of boiled potatoes, which I've already mashed, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 egg, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm gonna start by putting my potatoes in here. And then breadcrumbs, spices, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Okay, if you do not have paprika, you can also use chili powder, but I like to use this because it doesn't have a very strong taste, but gives a good color. Add in 1 tablespoon of oil, estimately, and just mix it. This helps in binding. Okay, now that that's mixed and it's starting to come together, I'm gonna take some of our dough, just make a ball out of it. There. So it's mixed. I made a ball out of it and pressed it down to make like a kebab shape. And because donuts are big, we're gonna make these ones big as well. I'm using this cookie cutter and I'm just going to cut the center out of this. Just lightly pick it up. There you have it, your donut. And okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take some egg and using my hands, just going to polish it. And then dip it in flour. Just carefully picking it up. We do not want it to break. There. There. And then back to our working station. And then back to the egg. And then flip it. This is very delicate, so you have to be very careful while doing this. Okay, I have 2 types of breadcrumbs here, one plain and one in orange color, but I'm gonna use the orange color to give a more professional look. Just gonna carefully pick this up, put it in there. Coat this, and this is what it looks like now. Okay, I'm gonna do the same with the rest of my dough, and I'll see you when it's ready. Iftar is about to happen, and I'm gonna start frying these. I'm gonna be frying one of each items that we made. So this is our breadsticks, our mozzarella sticks, donut, oh wait, not donut, nugget, and donut. There. Now I'm just gonna let these become golden brown and let's see what happens. Your donut, breadstick, nuggets, and cheese stick are ready. And they look awesome, but we can't eat them now because iftari hasn't happened yet. And if you guys like this recipe, tell me in the comments down below and give this video a big thumbs up. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Bye!